Our flag is proudly floating on the land and on the main.
The Brocklebank Museum was built in the late 1600s. Captain Samuel Brocklebank built the house after he married a woman named Hannah in 1638. Captain Brocklebank was a captain of the militia while fighting in King Philip's War. He was killed in Sudbury in 1676 while arguing with Indians. The house belonged to the Brocklebank family until Dudley Tyler used the property as a tavern. Tyler used the house as a tavern for about 13 years. Solomon Nelson purchased the house in 1767. Nelson kept the house as a tavern for many years. Years later, the house was bought by one of the most famous families the house has ever seen. Charles Beecher bought the house in 1858. He was a well-known man because he was the pastor of the Second Parish Church, which was across the street. A man named Pillsbury brought a new form of technology to the Brocklebank house. He created pegs in shoes that would add stability and durability to all shoe products. Soldiers of Georgetown were part of the militia fighting in the war. Their uniforms and weapons are up in display in the museum's new Civil War exhibit.
Our flag is proudly floating on the land and on the main.
Harriet Beecher Stowe was inspired by her brother Charles to write a book called Uncle Tom's Cabin. Uncle Tom's Cabin is a book that dislikes slavery and was also published in 1852. This book was very popular because many people said that it had a link to the cause of the war. Abraham Lincoln referred to her as the little woman who wrote the book that made this great war. Charles Beecher had additional religious beliefs that were frowned upon in the Congregational Church in 1863. Due to his beliefs, he was found guilty of heresy, which was later overturned. He was liked among the members of the church, so he was asked to remain pastor of the Congregational Church. He was then elected to the Massachusetts General Assembly for 1864. The Brocklebank Museum has 5 fireplaces, in which one of them is the largest in all of Essex County. Also on the property of the Brocklebank Museum is a one-room schoolhouse which was moved from Andover Hill to its current location in 1984.
Our flag is proudly floating on the land and on the main. Shout, shout the battle cry of freedom.